Hey guys, Khan might say that that was the beginning of Dirty Water, which is track 6 of Concrete and Gold. I'm going to teach you how to play it. So it's all on the G and the B string, and it's like double hitting both strings at the same time, like that. So you're hitting both these G and the B strings at the same time. Most of the riff is played on these two strings. So the first chord position, or I guess you can call it a chord, it's not really a chord, it's just sort of double string playing. So on the G string it's G6 and B string 5, G6, B5. And you hit both strings at the same time. And then you go up 2 frets so that you're on the G string, you're on the 8th fret, and on the B string, you are on the 7th fret. And it sort of goes. So you do pluck this twice. So I don't know the technical term for this, but it's a bit like a hammer-on. A hammer-on is like that. When you make the note with your fret hand. My fret hand is my left hand as a right-handed guitar player. So, but it's not a hammer-on as such, but it's sort of like it is. But I don't know the technical term, but it goes. So it's sort of hammering on, but you're making the note by plucking here, but then moving your left hand, and that's what makes the sound. You're not plucking with your right hand to go to these two notes. So, starting again, so twice. You have to be careful to mute all the strings as well while you play this. It's easy to accidentally have like a murmuring of an E or an A or something going on. So, and then the next chord position is that one. And I use my middle finger and ring finger on the 9th fret of both the G and the B string, so it's easier to use those two fingers. So and then back there. So and then after that you go back there. So altogether it's, and then back up to that position. And that's the whole of the first bit. So altogether. And then the next bit. Next chord is these two, so G7 and B8. And you sort of do a vibrato with that. You can hear that on the record. So, the whole thing again. Then the next bit, it's the same sort of pattern that you're plucking with these two strings. It's always the G and the B string. And then you're moving this shape, this exact shape, just 2 frets up each time. You're doing exactly the same pattern as that you just did. The only difference is there's another hammer on there. So I'll just show you. So just like in this bit, where you go, it's the same here. Yeah? And then the next chord after that is this one. So both 5th fret. So you just put your index finger across both strings. So let's just do that second bit. So that's the key thing that's different from the first one. And then it goes. So that is just moving this finger up 2 frets and then just putting your ring finger on that fret, 8th fret on the B string. So let's do the whole thing from the beginning. And then it's, so that is not the G and the B string this time. This time it's the G and the E string, the top E string. So the G is on the 5th fret and the top E string 3rd fret, and it's these 2 strings, and then you move 1 fret down on a G string to the 4th fret and 1 fret up on the top E string to the 4th fret. So it goes. So you might be wondering, oh well, why don't you play, it's easier to, you could play it differently. You could play it by going to the 1st fret of the B string and the 3rd fret of the E string by going and then playing the open B and the 4th fret on the E string. It's exactly the same notes as but as you can hear, it gives a really different sound. It gives a more sort of tinny, more trebly sound because of these 2 strings don't have the coil wrapped around them, and you have less control when you've got a string playing open. And I think just listen to a record, it sounds like he plays it like this. But you can play this if you want. It's up to you. So the whole thing, slowly. That is all it is for today, guys. Short and sweet. I'll talk a little bit about Dirty Water as a song. It's I like the lyrics and what it's about. Reminds me of the water situation in Canada, actually, where in indigenous places people are struggling to have clean water, so they have to buy loads of it, mineral water to bathe, because they don't have running water. Because it's not clean, and it's incredible that in a first world country that's the case. But not just that, there's water issues obviously prevalent in developing nations and third world countries, and yeah, the lyrics reminds me of that. But obviously the lyrics are up for interpretation. Dirty water could be a metaphor for many things. So yeah, I like that, and then it gets really heavy at the end, and I like the riff that plays at the end. It goes from quite a soft, quiet song into a loud, brash ending. So we'll see you guys here tomorrow for track 7, which is Arrows. If you want to see more chords for Dirty Water, if you drop me a like and we hit 20 likes, then I will do a tutorial on Dirty Water, and I'll play the song, have the chords coming up in real time, something like that. But yeah, so until tomorrow, see ya.
Con might say, con might say, con might say, con.